I've got this Dyson V11 vacuum cleaner here. This is what it is. It's I've had it for a while now. I've been using it. It's a little bit bunged up on the stick, and I'm going to do a bit of a review. And once I get, I'll just move it in place for a minute. I always operate this on high, because on medium or eco, it's just got no suction at all. So I always put it on high. And once I've gone through this carpet and I get a vacuum, I'll take you out in front of the wood eater and I'll show you some things I like about the Dyson Stick Vacuum Cleaner, some good things, and I'll show you some flaws. Alright, I've just run the vacuum cleaner over. As you can see, I'll show you the back of it here. I've already spent about 4.5 minutes. I went around vacuuming. So I'll just show you, this is the first thing. The first thing is with the Dyson, is that in the front of the head of it here, where the bin is, right? It's very wobbly in here, where it clips into the bin, in this socket here. That really needs to be tightened up, because that's just going to slog itself out over the time. So that's one problem with the vacuum cleaner. Second problem is what I had with this vacuum cleaner. Now I don't get paid, I haven't been paid a cent from Dyson. The second problem is that in the in this section here, there's only, what is there, 4 screws in this guts of it where the filter is. I'll get to that filter in a minute. And these screws in here over time, after use, they get loose, and then when you go to use it, the trigger just wants to turn on and off itself. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on the carpet in front of you, because I burn a wood eater, and you know, as you can see, the wood eater's going, and we've got wood and shit on the ground here. So I'll show you. This is Dyson V11. Let's take the head off it. There. Now, you get a lot of wood and stuff down there. If you stuck up anything bigger in the vacuum cleaner, see in the container here, see that in the light? Piece of wood stuck in it, just from sucking off the floor. So you can clearly see that this is a bit of an issue with these Dyson vacuum cleaners, right? So let's pop it open. So where's our stick? It's coming out the stick. Get rid of that dust. And these are really flimsy too. Like, I mean, this stuff can just wobble around. It's not very well built. Let's put it that way. Right. It should be easy to undo this. There. So, got a stick stuck in here. Just from sucking up from that wood eater. That's a problem itself after this first problem here with it just wobbling around. Just wobbling around there. People say, oh, you know, you don't want to go sucking up pieces like, you know, any other pieces like that, right? Fair enough. You can pick up the stuff, right? But I'll give you a demonstration here. See, it hasn't even picked up that piece of wood in the carpet here. Look here, here's a piece of wood, right? See that? It's just a piece of wood there, piece of bark. It hasn't even picked up, hasn't even got the suction to pick it up. Or the other stuff in the grooves here, look, just a stringy bit of bark. This Dyson V11 has got very poor suction. Now, my filter's clean and that, and there's nothing wrong with vacuum cleaner, but this Dyson's, the suction of it's poor. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Dyson V11, but, you know, just things like you put your hand over it, put your hand over it, it's alright, like, you know, it does the job enough to suck the floor. But when you got real stuff in the crevices, door track. Now, you see that? You can see the stuff in the door track there. Down there, I'll give you a look. See that stuff in there? Look at that. It doesn't even suck all the stuff out of the door track. See that? See the bark still left in there? Even in the rubber. And I can get my finger and just pop it out. See? Just shows you how shit the suction is on it. On this Dyson. And I've even tried to clean this rubber out with it. And even in the grooves it has trouble in them grooves. Right. So we've seen that. What I think about the Dyson with that. Now, the next part of the Dyson vacuum cleaner is the filter. Alright, now if you go to wash this filter out and this filter's not quite dry and you go to put it back in here, this could end up sucking water in the motor, end up wrecking the Dyson vacuum cleaner. So the filter, like, you should give the good 24 hours to dry out. I put the filter in here partially damp and it sucked in, ingested some water and spattered out the side here, and I thought I ruined the vacuum cleaner. And lucky enough I didn't ruin it. But I actually had a look online and people were saying that they wash these filters out, put them in wet and went to use them, and it's wrecked the motor inside them. But I was lucky I didn't wreck this motor. That was another thing. And my filter was only damp too, it wasn't wet. Like, you just wash it under the tap, put it back in and start it up. I didn't put the filter in it like that, but I didn't have it quite fully dried out properly, and it did ingest a bit of water. But what I did is I left it upside down like this, sitting outside to dry in the sun. So you got to check your filter all the time. Like, as you can see, this filter's clean. It's not a dirty filter. The bin design on this vacuum cleaner is a pain in the ass. With this clip, like, this is the stupidest design ever on this vacuum cleaner. And the next thing I was going to talk about is these triggers what Dyson made. They've got a problem where they snap on one side of it, they get a crack in them, and then your vacuum cleaner don't work. I mean, for a vacuum cleaner they sell for $1,000, you would think a piece of plastic trigger would be a way better design than what you get with this. Like, I mean, these triggers should last forever. They shouldn't wear out. Like, to people having all these problems with the triggers wearing out, not wearing out, but the trigger breaking and then your vacuum cleaner don't work, that's just absolute bullshit to me. For the money what you pay for a vacuum cleaner, and this bin clip, this thing pisses me off. With the bin clip, that bin clip on it, and yeah, and just the whole structure of the Dyson, how it's flimsy. Like, as you could see, that problem is, like, you know, when I got a piece stuck in here, in that, when I sucked up a bit of wood. The good thing is with this Dyson vacuum cleaner is that ash and stuff on the heater there, what I've sucked up, and the stuff in the front, if that was in a normal conventional vacuum cleaner, that would end up blocking up the vacuum cleaner bag, and have low suction. The good thing is with this Dyson is when you suck up even that fine ash stuff from the heater in your Dyson and it gets in the container, you can just dump it out in the bin, and it you know what I mean, it might dirty your filter a little bit, but you know, your filter can be easily washed. In a conventional vacuum cleaner, once that stuff gets in the bag, that's it. I do have other attachments with this Dyson vacuum cleaner, but I just wanted to show you, just to do a bit of review of the things I like about the Dyson V11 vacuum cleaner and the things I don't. And hopefully, you know, they got a new V15 out or something it is now, which is about $1,400, which I think is just absolutely ridiculous for a vacuum cleaner. And yeah, the head of the vacuum cleaner is good for the carpet, for dog hair and stuff. That's great. Like, I've got no problem with that. How it connects to the bin, how it's all wobbly, jiggly around, that's just not acceptable to me. And also the trigger problem and the bin latch. If I actually change this bin latch, instead of this piece of crap, what they got here is spring loaded, they actually change that to a better design and even strengthen this bin latch up too. Like, this is just very thin, weak plastic. But you can't complain about the motor, and I can't complain about the battery in it either. The battery in the motor is good, like, you know, the principal design of it's good, but yeah, the trigger is a problem. These cracking and they break. The bin's flimsy as shit, that can be a problem, and the screws in the back of the motor here, they can end up separating, splitting the motor, and then you go to use a vacuum cleaner and the trigger gets stuck on and it just wants to run by itself, because they don't put enough screws in the back of this motor to seal it properly, and the end of this tube here where it wobbles around on it. But yeah, anything like that, like, that's my review of this Dyson V11 vacuum cleaner. And if you have any questions about it or anything, like, I don't get paid no money from Dyson or anything. I'm just doing my review. Like, you see these people do reviews on these vacuum cleaners and stuff, and they don't even, you see the vacuum cleaner, the thing's brand new. When you actually put it to work and use it for a while, you start to know the flaws of the vacuum cleaner, what's good and what's not. And that's what I call a review. When you've used it for a fair while and you've done some serious work with it, you know what's good and what's not about it. But yeah, the filter is the main part on the back where you wash it. You've got to make sure that's 100% dry. So I suggest anyone that changes the filter, if you wash it, make sure you've probably got a spare new filter, like another one where you can just put straight in it while the other one dries out for a good day. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and have a great day.